today is about sets. So we are going to define what is sets and we are going to tackle the different kinds of sets. Let us define first what is set. When you say set, it is a well-defined collection of objects which are called elements. And that elements is denoted by the symbol, para siyang letter C na meron line sa gitna. And this set is founded by George Cantor. When you say well-defined collection, this means that it is possible to determine the objects belong to the sets. When you say possible, you can list all the objects that is in the sets. Kaya mo siyang sabihin or kaya mo siyang ilista lahat ng nakapaloob dun sa set na yon. That is what you call well-defined. Pero kung hindi mo siya kayang i-determine, that is not well-defined. Is it clear? Let's have an example. Let us determine if the following is well-defined or not. Number 1, name of your classmates. So this one, is it well-defined or not? Yes, this one is well-defined. So, well-defined ito. Bakit well-defined? Kasi pwede mong i-list lahat ng pangalan ng classmates mo. Alright? Next tayo. Letters of the alphabet. Is it well-defined or not? Yes, this is also a well-defined. Kasi we can list all the letters in the alphabet. Next tayo. Let us have number 3. Cold months of the year. So, in this case, di ba tayo ay iba-iba yung ating climate. So, this one, we cannot determine if what months are cold months. Okay? So, therefore, this number 3 is not well-defined. Alright? Next tayo, number 4. Collection of good students. It is a well-defined or not? So, this one is also not well-defined. So, bakit siya not well-defined? Kasi, hindi naman natin kayang i-determine kung sino-sino yung mga good students. Tama ba? So, this one is not well-defined. Number 5, countries in Asia. So, in number 5, this one is well-defined. Okay? So, we can list all the countries in Asia. So, this one is well-defined. Is it clear? So, that is how will you find if the given sets is well-defined or not well-defined. So, kapag well-defined siya, you can have your set. Pag hindi siya well-defined, you cannot have your sets. Is it clear? Note, sets are denoted with capital letters and can be described by the following. So, kailangan ang gagamitin natin lagi ay capital letter kapag magde-denote ka ng sets. So, we can describe it by, number 1, by verbal description. Yung kanina examples natin dun sa mga well-defined sets, yun yung verbal description. Number 2, by roster form or roster method. So, this one is by listing the elements enclosed by braces, by open and close braces. Next, number 3, by set builder notation. So, when you say set builder notation, you are going to describe the properties of the elements. So, written in the form of x then slash x. So, this is read as sets of all x such that x is a or an. So, etong x slash x na yan, you are going to read this as sets of all x such that x is a or an. Okay? So, bibigyan ko kayo ng examples para malaman nyo kung ano-ano nga ba talaga itong description ni sets na to. Set P is a set of integers between 1 and 5. So, this is your verbal description. Now, let us have your roster form or roster method. So, we are going to list the integers that are between 1 and 5. So, what are those? If you are going to list, you will name your set as capital letter P. Then, it is equal to open braces, kailangan may open and close braces lagi. What are those number that are between 1 and 5? So, we have here 2, 3, and 4. So, these are the numbers that are between 1 and 5. Then, close braces. So, ganun lang kasimple si roster method. Next tayo, let us have the set builder notation. For the set builder notation, you will name your set as capital letter P ulit, then it is equal to open braces, then you will use X, then slash X. Or this will read as sets of all X such that X is A or an. So, since we have here integers, so that is vowel, ang gagamitin natin ay an. Then, an means singular na dapat yung susunod, kaya an integer. Integer. Between, wala ng S. Between, we have here between 1 and 5. Ayan. So, ganun siya magsulat sa set builder notation. So, take note, kapag sa set builder notation, kailangan ito ay singular na. Okay? Paano ka naman kung ato? So, kailangan yung simula niya ay vowels naman, consonant. A kapag consonant yung sumunod sa kanya. Alright? So, an tayo kasi ito ay vowel. So, simple grammar tayo. Okay? So, let's have another example. R is a set of vowel letters. So, this is the verbal description. Let us have the roster form or roster method. Let us list. So, the name of your set is capital letter R. It is equal to open braces. What are the vowel letters? We have A, E, I, O, and U. Then, close braces. So, we already list all the vowel letters. Next, let us have the set builder notation. We name your set as capital letter R. It is equal to open braces. So, X, then slash X, or X such that X is. Since we have here V, that is consonant, ang gagamitin natin ay A vowel. So, singular na tayo, vowel letter. So, that is it. So, we're done with the set builder notation. Let's have the last example. A is a set of numbers multiple of 3. So, this is the description. Let us have the roster form or the roster method by listing. So, we are going to name your set as capital letter A. Then, so we have open parentheses. So, we have all the numbers multiple of 3. So, start ka kay 3, 6, 9, 12. Since napakarami niya, maglagay ka lang ng ellipsis. So, a comma, then tatlong tuldok. So, laging tatlong tuldok lang si ellipsis, meaning continuous yan. Then, close braces. So, ganyan lang kapag siya ay infinite or napakarami ng inyong ililist, maglagay ka lang ng comma, then 3 ellipses. So, that is how you list infinite numbers. Alright? Next tayo, let us have the set builder notation. So, for the set builder notation, we have capital letter A equals to open braces, then sets of all X such that X is. Since we have here numbers, so is A. Singular na tayo. Is a number multiple of 3. Yan. Then, close braces. So, ang ginamit natin, kasi yung sumunod na letter sa kanya ay consonant. So, simple grammar. So, since we have a or an, kailangan siya ay magiging ng singular na, wala ng S. Is it clear? So, that is how will you describe your sets using roster form or roster method and set builder notation. Let's move with the kinds of sets. Let us have the first two. We have the first one, which is the finite set. When you say finite set, it is countable elements. Kaya mo siyang bilangin, kaya mo siyang ilist lahat. Number 2, Infinite set. When you say infinite set, elements that has no end. It used an ellipsis. So, meaning, hindi mo siya ma-list lahat-lahat kasi sa sobrang dami niya. So, sa sobrang dami niya, we can use now an ellipsis. Ellipsis, ito yung mayroong tatlong tuldok, meaning, tuloy-tuloy siya at mayroong pang kasunod. Is it clear? So, let us have this one. Determine if is it finite or infinite. Let us have the first one. Set of integers from 1 to 7. So, in the set of integers from 1 to 7, we can have this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meaning, we have an ending. Okay? So, since we have an ending, therefore, this set is finite. Alright? So, that is it. Next tayo. Set of colors. Set of colors, we can determine it as green, yellow, blue, and so on and so forth. Dahil napakaraming colors, so we can have an ellipsis. So, since we have an ellipsis and we cannot determine all the colors that we have, therefore, this one is infinite. Yan. Next tayo. So, we have set of fruits. So, set of fruits. So, we have here apple, banana, grapes, orange, and so on and so forth. So, we can have an ellipsis dahil sa sobrang dami ng prutas. Therefore, this one is infinite set. Next tayo. We have here set of multiples of 2 from 2 to 10. So, this means we have here the sets of 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Hanggang 10 lang daw. So, meaning hanggang 10 lang, end na yan. So, this is our elements na lang. So, therefore, this one is finite. Kasi kaya mo siyang i-list or bilangin. Is it clear? So, that is the first two. We have finite and infinite. Let us move with the different kinds of set. Let us have the first two sets. We have finite sets and infinite sets. When you say finite sets, it is a countable elements. Meaning, pwede mo siyang i-list lahat ng elements or pwede mo siyang mabilang. Okay? May katapusan siya. Number 2, infinite sets. When you say infinite sets, elements that has no end. Meaning, dire-diretso siya, masyado siyang marami. That is infinite sets. So, in infinite sets, it uses an ellipsis. Yung tatlong tuldok or 3 dots. So, we are going to use ellipsis if it's infinite sets. Let us have the examples. Determine if it's finite or infinite. We have the first one. Sets of integers from 1 to 7. So, if we have sets of integers from 1 to 7, so the sets here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, you can list all the integers from 1 to 7. Since you can list all the integers, this one is finite set. Ganun lang kasimple si finite. May katapusan. Alright? Next tayo, sets of colors. When you say sets of colors, these are green, blue, red, orange, and so on and so forth. So, we have here a comma and then 3 dots. So, napakaraming kulay, kaya gagamit na lang tayo ng ellipsis para sa set of colors. So, meaning, we have no end of elements here. So, this one is infinite. Ganun lang kasimple. Infinite. Next, we have set of fruits. And set of fruits, we have, for example, we have here mango, grapes, apple, orange, and so on and so forth. So, napakarami ring fruits, kaya we have this one as infinite. Ganun po siya. Next tayo. Sets of multiples of 2 from 2 to 10. So, from 2 to 10, we have here 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So, meron siyang ending which is 10. So, therefore, this one is a finite set. So, ganun lang siya kasimple when you say finite and infinite sets. Let's have another kinds of sets. We have the third one, equal set. Equal set means exactly same elements. So, we have here given two sets dito. So, we have set M at saka si set N. Si set M is composed of A, E, I, O, U. And also, set N is composed of A, E, I, O, U. So, we have the same element. So, therefore, this one is an equal set. Ganun lang kasimple si equal set. Next, let us have number 4. Equivalent set. When you say equivalent set, have the same number of elements. So, kung yung isa mong element ay 5, dapat yung sumunod mong element ay 5 din. For example, I have here set A and set B. Si set A ay merong 1, 2, and 3. While set B, we have A, B, and C. So, ilan ang elements ni A? We have 1, 2, 3, 3. While in set B, we have here 1, 2, 3, 3 pa rin. So, that is equivalent set. Is it clear? Let's have the 5th and 6th kinds of sets. So, we have the joint sets. When you say joint sets with common elements, meaning meron silang magkaparehas na element. For example, I have this one. Set A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While set B, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. As you can see, meron tayo ditong common elements. What are those? So, we have here 2, 2. Then, we have here 4, 4, and then 6, 6. So, we have here 3 common elements with joint sets with this example. So, that is joint sets. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Next tayo. Let us have number 6. Disjoint sets. When you say disjoint sets, no common elements. So, meaning, wala siyang kaparehas between the given two sets. For example, this one. Si set C, meron tayong 3, 5, 7, and 9. While set D, we have 2, 4, and 6. So, as you can see, we have no common elements. Therefore, this is what you call disjoint sets. Alright? So, that is joint sets and disjoint sets. Number 7, we have null set or empty set. So, it is a set without any element. So, this is denoted by an open and closed braces or a letter O with a slash. Ayan lang yan. So, this one means null set. For example, set A is a set of months that start with letter B. So, meron ba tayong months na nag-start kay letter B? Diba wala naman? So, therefore, A is equal to this one. Ganyan lang. Or, pwede rin namang A is equal to a null set. Ayan. So, kahit ano dyan, pwede nyong gamitin for the null set. Next tayo. B is multiples of 10 between 1 and 10. So, multiples of 10 daw between 1 and 10. Ay, ang numbers lang naman between 1 and 10 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, therefore, we cannot have any sets for this one. So, therefore, B is equal to open and close braces or an empty set, or we have A is equals to a null set. Is it clear? So, that is null set. For the last kind of sets, we have universal set. When you say universal sets, all the sets under consideration can be subsets of another set. So, we are going to denote as universal set as capital letter U. So, pag sinabi mong under consideration can be subsets of another sets, so si universal set, siya yung pinaka-pinagmulan. Okay? So, dun sa pinagmulan niya, meron pa siyang subgroup na mabubuo dun sa kanyang pinagmulan. Alright? So, that is universal set. For example, this one. U as universal set is lowercase letters of English alphabet. So, when you say lowercase letter of English alphabet, ito yung A, B, C, D, E, F hanggang letter Z. So, dun sa A, B, C, D, E, F hanggang letter Z, pwede yung maging subsets niya ay consonant letters. 'Di ba? So, nakapaloob siya dun sa universal set. Or, pwede rin naman siyang vowel letters. Okay? So, that is universal set. Is it clear? Siya yung pinaka-mother o pinagmulan. So, Next tayo, for example, universal U is whole numbers from 1 to 100. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng subsets niyan. Halimbawa naman ay add numbers from 1 to 100. O kaya even numbers from 1 to 100. Numbers multiples by 2 from 1 to 100. Okay? So, that is what you call universal sets naman. Is it clear? So, hopefully may natutunan kayo for this video. So, yung susunod na video po na gagawin ko naman ay tungkol naman kay subsets at saka operations on sets. So, hopefully, nagustuhan nyo po yung video na to. So, thank you for listening.